YouTube, how are you doing? That's Conweeee, welcome to Conweeee Predicts Week 16. Play it. Okay, just like last week, I'm going to add a little bit of a twist to this series right now. Last week, I just went over the games and I already showed my predictions. This week, I'm doing the same thing, except I will not be talking about all the boring games that don't really matter, in my opinion. Like games like the Giants and the Eagles. Giants did not clinch playoffs yet, but I think it's pretty much said that I think they got it. I think they got the 5th seed already locked up. And then the next game, like the stars next to it, like the Dolphins and Bills. Dolphins are fighting for that last spot in the wild card. And if they lose one game, they're in jeopardy of not even making playoffs at all. So those are the games I'm going to go talk about. So I hope you all enjoy. Slap that like button, and let's get into it. Game number 1, Giants and Eagles. Giants already got the wild card locked up. Moving on, we got the Dolphins at the Bills with the star next to it. Dolphins are fighting for that last spot, guys. They are worrying, and they're going to try to fight the hardest they possibly can. But, and sadly, without Ryan Tannehill, I know Matt Moore beat the Jets. Don't remind me. Matt Moore is actually a good quarterback for not playing in a few years. But I don't think without Ryan Tannehill, they're going to beat the Bills, a better team. Don't put that in. The Bills are probably a better team, honestly, than the Jets. I hate to say, but they probably are. But I don't think that the Dolphins can tough it out and beat the Bills. So I think their playoff spot is going to be in jeopardy, and they will not win this game. Buccaneers and Saints. I think the Buccaneers are going to win out. So I think they're going to make the playoffs. There probably should be a star next to it, but there's not, because I think they're going to make playoffs already, in my opinion. Jets and Patriots. Patriots are fighting for that #1 spot. Yeah, they already clinched playoffs a while ago, so yeah, not really important there. Titans and the Jaguars. Now, Titans are the second team in the hunt right now. They're fighting for the division. They're fighting for the 5th seed. They're fighting for the 6th seed. Titans are struggling right now, guys, and will they beat the Jaguars? I do think they will do it. And if you look down there, I think the Texans will lose, putting the Titans in first place in that division, or yeah, first place maybe. Can't really remember that much. But I believe that the Titans will take this division, and that's why this is going to be a good game. Titans, don't let me down. Next, we have the Vikings and the Packers with another star next to it. The Packers, they were struggling in the middle of the season, but now when they start winding down, Aaron Rodgers says, I'm making playoffs. Jordy Nelson says, I'm making playoffs. Adam says, I'm making playoffs. The whole team just wants to make playoffs, and I think they actually might pull this game off. Vikings, they were 5-0. Now they're 7-7. Not really important with them. But the Packers, this team might actually be a playoff team this year. It's weird to say, seeing how shaky they were in the middle of the season. But it's possible, and that's why this is an important game. Chargers and Browns, no one gives a shit. It's the Browns. Redskins and Bears. Bears are already out of the playoffs. And the Redskins, I think last game, I think that showed that they're out of the playoffs as well. Then we have the Falcons and the Panthers. Falcons are actually gonna... There might be a star next to this game. Maybe a half star, maybe. It's kind of important because they are fighting for the division. But I think they're gonna win out. So I think they're gonna take the division. The Bucks will make 6th seed or 5th seed. Then we got the Colts and the Raiders. The Raiders already clinched playoffs. And the Colts are already probably gonna be eliminated after this week. Then we got the Cardinals and the Seahawks. The Seahawks already clinched playoffs, and the Cardinals are already eliminated. It is going to be a good game. I guess, in my opinion, it's going to be a good game because they always play each other really closely, but not an important game at all. 49ers and the Rams, shitfest of the week. No one gives a shit. And then the Bengals and the Texans. Bengals are already eliminated, but the Texans are also fighting against the Titans for the division and the 6th seed and the 5th seed. But, as you see above, like I said before, the Titans will beat the Jaguars, but the Bengals are going to beat the Texans. Swapping those two in the division, Titans are going to take that division. It will come down to week 17 to figure out whose division that belongs to and if they will get the 6th seed in the wild card. I think the Titans will make playoffs and the Texans are going to choke the rest of the season and they will not make playoffs. Moving on to my game of the week. Ravens at the Steelers. Now, some of you guys will say the Broncos and the Chiefs are going to be a good game, maybe the game of the week. But the Ravens and the Steelers are fighting for the division. If the Steelers win, they will clinch their division and make playoffs. If the Ravens win, the record will be tied. Ravens will take the division as of right now, going into week 17. and it will come down to a final Week 17 game to decide who will make playoffs, if they will make 6th seed or 5th seed, or if they will choke and no one make playoffs. In my personal opinion, the Ravens always best the Steelers. Steelers are probably a better team right now, and they're playing better than the Ravens, but they always somehow come up on top. That's why I will take the Ravens in Pittsburgh, and the Ravens will come up on top and take this division in Week 17, and the Steelers are going to fight for that 5th seed and wild card. Moving on, then we have the Broncos and the Chiefs. The Broncos, in my opinion, will choke this game and not make playoffs. They move to, like, I think 8-7. That is not a playoff team anymore. The Chiefs will move and stay as the 5th seed. I think the Chiefs are going to stay as a 5th seed, and they're going to lock it up. I think the Raiders are going to stay at the 2 seed and lock that up. Moving on to the Lions and the Cowboys. The Cowboys have already clinched playoffs. This is also one of that little gray area where it should be like a half star or a full star. The Lions, you're on the edge right now. Packers are upcoming right now. And I believe if the Packers win and the Lions lose, they will be tied right now. And the Packers did beat the Lions earlier in the season. And that will come up to the Packers taking the division and then playing the Lions for the division in Week 17. What's going to happen though? Cowboys are going to win. Lions and Packers will be tied. And it's going to come down to Week 17. Packers versus Lions. Winner goes to the playoffs. Loser has a chance of making the 6th seed. But I think the Lions are going to tough this one out. I think the Packers will choke in Week 17. Lions are going to have a tough game in the playoffs, but they will make it. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Conweeee Predicts Week 16. I hope you all agree with my sayings. And if your team was not a star game, I apologize. These are the games that matter to me. I think it could be a comment. I might think your team already clinched, or sadly they might be eliminated like my team. Yeah, that kind of sucks. But guys, I hope you all enjoyed it. Just slap that like button, comment down below why I'm right. I'm Conweeee, and I will see you in the next one.